Hey guys, Doterian here, back with another Ravenswatch run. So today we're going to be playing Pied Piper. Based on fairy tale lore, Pied Piper is a character who draws in children and has rats that follow him around. Now for our first talent, I really like the rats trait. So we're going to take explosive rats. When the rats attack, they will die and they will explode. Now with Pied Piper, he has a very unique set of move sets. So his trait is like these rats that follow him around, infestation, and the rats will spawn at intervals, and when you activate the trait, all the rats will attack the closest enemy to you. Then he has his regular attack. So we're going to go out onto the map. So he has his regular attack where he plays a flute, and his basic attack, will basically shoot out like music notes essentially, and the music notes will deal damage. He has a special, which is like a blast that he does around him, and then he has his power move where he does like empowered music notes. So his special puts down a field, and that field will apply vulnerable status where enemies will take more damage, and then his defensive skill is to push enemies away. Now I'm taking Horde as the second trait here. Horde makes it so that it increases the number of rats that I can get as a maximum, and that will allow me so that when I activate my trait, it deals even more damage. So before I had 20 rats that I could get as a maximum, and now that will increase to 28, as you can see there. This character is particularly unique in terms of character design. His basic attack that he does, he can still move while he's attacking. It is much slower, and also the fact is that his attack is directional, so you can kind of shoot it in any direction. So it's a little bit difficult to get used to if you haven't played this particular character before. But that's one thing I do really enjoy about this game, is that each of the characters have very unique movesets. So Melusine is one particular character where you can't you can't move whilst you're attacking. I would say this character is kind of the opposite, where you can move while you attack. With Melusine, the attacks seem to be a bit more powerful. The trade-off for Pied Piper is that his attacks seem to be a little bit more weaker, but the upside is that you can move around when you attack. Alright, so we're going to quickly go through the map. Now, according to the map, I can see the green treasure. So we're going to quickly go for the green treasure. And one thing I have noticed is that during the daytime and nighttime cycle, his attacks are slightly different as well. So in the nighttime, his music note attack pierces through enemies. For the first item, we're going to pick up Ogre Blood, one of my favorite items in the game, where you get 1 damage per every 10 vitality you have. So as I was saying, the music notes tend to deal like piercing damage at nighttime, whereas during the day it doesn't do that. Now I'm going to quickly start the event, and with the event in this particular case for Alric Swine, we need to help build a stone house for him. So in this case, we're going to go down into the stone mine and pick up some stones, and on the top right you can see we have to collect 15 of them to complete the objective and start building his house. So I'm getting a bit more used to his attack. I'm using the dash a lot more to reposition myself and essentially just kind of strafe and move around to apply the attack. Now, one thing that we have kind of been building up a lot of traits on is the rats. I do kind of feel that because the rats take so long to build up, it's only really useful to use them in fights where there are either a lot of enemies, like now, or in situations where there's a really strong enemy and you need to deal a lot of damage. So as I activated my trait now, all my rats are gone, so now I need to stack back up. And I think it's like 3 every like 6 seconds or something, which is quite a slow build up in terms of his rats building up. So you kind of really have to think about when you use the rats. Okay, damn, we're taking quite a lot of damage from these pigs, so I really have to be careful. Okay, so I did activate the trait there just to finish him off a little bit quicker. And now that we've got 14, we're going to pick up our last stone piece and finish it off. Now for our second talent here, we have Music of the Spheres, which is when we dash, we leave behind a note. And when you hit the note, it explodes. Or the other is that our attack deals more damage, but in a lower frequency. So I think that one is much better because having our attacks deal more damage is something that we want. Now you can kind of see that the basic attack that we're dealing is definitely chunkier, it deals more damage. Great, so we picked up our last piece of stone. So now we're going to teleport back to base and we're going to maybe see what items we can get. So we got the magic mirror to double our ogre blood. So that gives us 2 damage because we have 10 vitality at the moment.
Careful, birds, or I'll play you a song you'll regret.
The enemy is at our gates. Let us prepare to fight to the last and save our home. At last, enough stone to complete my house. I am Alaric Swine. Folkestone shall not fall, you vile demons.
Okay, so here I'm just going to quickly activate my trait just to kind of get rid of these trees as quick as possible. Now it is nighttime too, so the trees will spawn the spiders as well, which is a little bit more annoying because they take a little bit longer to get rid of. Okay, managed to get the stun off there. And then now we just kill off all these spiders. And here we got giant rats. Rat attacks will weaken and increase damage by 20%. And we got Excalibur, which is our favorite item in Ravenswatch. This will give us, a huge power boost if we can get all our talents to legendary. So it gives us 10 extra damage per legendary talent that we have. Currently we've got 4 talents, but they're nowhere near close to being a legendary talent. We do need to upgrade them a few times to get them to be legendary.
We've got ourselves a new public.
Okay. Now, one thing that you kind of have to learn about this game is that every character will have their own kind of invulnerability frame. So with Pied Piper, his defensive skill has like an invulnerability frame, which is good for dodging certain kinds of attacks if you time it really well.
No better inspiration than a fistful of dreams.
Okay, so now we're going to head to another treasure chest. And from playing this game a lot, I have found certain patterns and certain... oh, okay, we died there. I didn't realize how much damage those trees would do. But I guess they are corrupted, meaning that they are stronger. So it's really... like, you really have to be careful of how much damage these guys can do. Okay, we'll just pick up some healing. Yeah, so as I was saying, as you kind of play this game more and more, you will develop certain patterns, like pattern recognition, in terms of like where certain events are. Here we have Raven Eye, which reduces ultimate cooldown by 20%. And so now we head down to the next section, which will have another event. Okay, so there's some gold that we can pick up here as well, so we're going to pick up the gold here.
I feel like hitting the high note.
Okay, there's a little bit more gold.
We're in need of a public.
Great. So now that we've got a little bit of currency, we're just going to spend this for some upgrades. And we're going to pick up Plague of Rats as our ultimate. So it's my first time picking up Plague of Rats. So we'll see how the skill works, because I haven't used that one before. And then here we're also going to go for a Grimoire upgrade as well.
I should pen a song on Ravenswatch.
And the Grimoire upgrade will give us 3 choices in terms of either upgrading a perk, either getting more money or experience. Usually by the end of the game you will get a lot of experience. So experience upgrade is not something I usually go for. Instead I'll kind of go for money or talent upgrade. Most likely I will go for a talent upgrade. And the reason why is because to upgrade from a blue rare talent to a purple talent, it costs 100 gold. So 2 random upgrades, you can think of it as 200 gold compared to the 150 gold that you'll get for a green talent upgrade.
Tis a strange way to travel, but it is swift.
Alright, now we're going to make our way over to the right side for a Cursed Grimoire event. This will give us a stronger version of the Grimoire upgrades. But before we do that, actually I do notice the treasure chest here. Okay. The ultimate is a little bit strange. I'm not exactly too sure how to get it to work, because I tried to activate it, but I think it's a channeled. I think it's like a channeled skill. Okay, Okay, so we'll get special 1 charge or defense 1 charge. I think we'll go for the special. Just applying more damage is really good. And before the time goes up, we'll also go for the Grimoire upgrade as well. Okay, yeah, this ultimate... this ultimate's a bit weird to use. I think it's like some sort of channeled skill, but the channeling control feels a bit weird. I'm not sure exactly how to get it to work properly. Okay, alright, so when you activate it, you have to channel it and then control it with the other joystick, because I'm playing on a controller at the moment, but I wasn't sure how that ultimate works. But it looks like you kind of have to control it with both. Alright, so we'll get 4 random upgrades here. We got 2 legendary talent upgrades, meaning that we gain an extra 20 damage from that.
I have a song for every occasion.
Alright, now moving over to the right hand side, we can see we've got the Cursed Well. I don't really like this event, so I don't think it's worth it, seeing as we don't have any gold at the moment. So we're just going to move on from this event. Seeing as we only have about 2.5 minutes left, we'll need to find some more upgrades for us. And a Cursed Treasure Chest is really good. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go for the Cursed Treasure. And we have special deals 20% more damage or special cooldown by 20%. Now, in terms of the Jack of Diamonds card, special dealing more damage, our special doesn't actually do any damage unless we get a talent for it. So there's no point getting that particular item, which is why we got the cooldown on the special. Yeah, the thing about this ultimate is that you can't stay still when you're using it. Like, this locks you into position. And the thing is, like, it's very dangerous to be locked in position in this game. So, I really don't like this ultimate. I think it would make more sense if the ultimate allowed the rats to just move on their own. That would make more sense, even if it dealt less damage. But I don't know. The game's still in early access, so you know they could make changes to it. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so we'll pick up all this gold, which is quite a large amount of gold. And since we only have 50 seconds left, we'll go back and see if we can get some more upgrades. Okay, so we'll pick up the extra vitality, seeing as after this shop disappears, this vitality won't come back. And I'm just going to go around, see if we can pick up any more gold or anything like that. Okay, we'll try and pick up that gold, which is useful. And can we make it back in 5 seconds? 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, we managed to get back. I'm going to pick up another upgrade here with our last piece of gold. We've got 200 and we've got 212 left, so getting more rat damage is definitely very useful. So the power of this rat attack thing, all the rat talents that we've gotten, really will show in this last boss fight, because against single target, all these rats stacking up their damage is really, really useful. Okay, trying to dodge all these attacks is pretty tough. Okay. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna apply a special, use the bomb, use our ultimate. Great. There we go. That was a lot of damage in one go. And you can really see the power of the rats based on how many talents that we've kind of stacked, and we just dump it all on the one attack. But that was because I was stockpiling the rats for a long time. I think if I used the rats a little bit more liberally, we would clear the map a little bit faster, but yeah. Alright, so in starting chapter 2, we're quickly going to go over to the Raven Tower and try to clear up some more upgrades on the map. Yeah, I really can't find a good use for this ultimate, because we really can't be stationary with this character. Seeing as this character is quite like weak physically, I'm finding it very hard to use the ultimate. Okay, there we go. So level 6 now, and we'll get the Raven Eye. We have Explosive Blast. Defense deals extra damage, so I'll take the defense. And we'll unlock the portal for the event, the special event, so that we can teleport to it later on. That way it makes it so much easier not having to fight anything, so we can start the event. Okay, and we'll make our way over to the Raven event, the Raven Eye, sorry, to unlock a little bit more of the map. Okay, yeah. I don't know. The ultimate's a little bit tricky to use, I think, because the Pied Piper is quite a weak character on his own. So unless you're a little bit more tanky, it's very difficult to use, I find. Especially when you're in like the thick of monsters, you kind of have to distance yourself. That being said, I think if I had a little bit more control on the ultimate, it would actually be not too bad. From what I have heard about so far, though, I think Pied Piper is a little bit of a contentious character. Some people say that this particular character deals a lot of damage. Some people doesn't think he deals enough damage. So I don't know, he's a little bit tricky. Maybe it's a little bit hard to balance this particular character.
Tis a strange way to travel, but it is swift.
Alright, now we're going to make our way down towards the middle. So we have a grimoire, and we can unlock the portal for the grimoire so that when it's a little bit more, a bit of a better time to get the upgrade, we can do it. Actually, I think we can do it now because we have 2 epic talents that if we upgrade it, we'll get to legendary status straight away. So here I'm going to quickly use my ultimate to clear out as many guys as possible. Okay, great. And then 2 talent upgrades. Okay, so now we have all of our talents as legendary, and then now we're going to pick up our new talent. We have when special expires, the area effect explodes and deals extra damage. Or we have the power attack will shoot out more attacks. So I'm not going to pick anything up just yet. We'll just clear out these guys first. And we do have to be careful because we're out of lives. So we can't die any further. I do blame the ultimate for it. Probably because I've just never used it before. But yeah, getting used to that ultimate's a little bit tricky. Okay, we've got Eternal Rose, which is more damage, or special deals 20% damage. I'll pick up Eternal Rose just because we have the rats applying weaken on our enemies, so that is one particular status effect where we can get the 10% damage. If we can get some more status effects like the vulnerable status, so we're applying 2 status effects, so essentially we can deal 20% more damage, which is really useful.
How many of these monsters are there? A complete aria, no false notes. Take it from the top, my
Okay, now we get the treasure, and we'll get Voodoo Doll, 20% extra damage to bosses. Great, and we got some more money that we picked up. And we're gonna go down this way to see if we can pick up more money. Okay, so I used the rats there to clear out all the enemies there, and then now we can safely pick up all the gold. But yeah, we do have to wait a little bit to stack up the horde of rats. And we picked up a key, so hopefully we can... Oh, great, here's the key event, so we'll pick up the key event when we can. Okay, and we're basically just scoping through the map to pick up as many events as possible. So that one's a wishing well. I don't like the wishing well, especially because we want to use our upgrades and money for other things. This particular cross symbol at the bottom is the boss event if you want to start the boss event early. But we don't want to, we want to get as strong as we can. And then we're going to go down and see if we can pick up anything else. Okay, so there's a grimoire event here. Now Now bear in mind we are playing on the Twilight difficulty, so the Twilight difficulty gives us
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
only 4 health bars to start with, 4 Raven Feathers as life, and also makes the difficulty a little bit stronger because the enemies can be corrupted. Corrupted meaning that they're stronger enemies.
I should pen a song on Ravenflight.
So, okay, Plague of Rats, channel a melody to control a swarm of rats that rushes around and deals damage over time. Alright, so we picked up the magic mirror, and that duplicated the voodoo doll, and we also picked up 5 extra damage with silver bullets, and we have 10 armor so that we reduce damage that we take as well.
They just can't get enough of us.
So that's a lot of our gold spent, and basically now we're just going to see if we can pick up any more items.
Fortissimo!
Okay, that was a very close. I was close to dying there.
Allegro!
Okay, great. So we got the spider. Now we're gonna get this treasure.
We're in need of a puppet.
We have Dragonhide 1 armor, but I'll take the the attack damage instead. So we have plus 20% extra damage on our attack. And then I do want to heal a little bit, so we want to take the heal as well here.
Careful, birds.
Alright,
or I'll play
I'm
you a
gonna make
song.
our way over to the Cursed Key event as well.
Calling on the whole choir. That's what I call playing staccato.
Oh, okay. We took a lot of damage there. Okay, try to dodge all those attacks. Okay, here we go.
Close a call for my taste.
Alright, now we do the Cursed Key event.
You can never have
Okay, great. So you can see with the with all the rats that we stacked up, essentially we can just like defeat the boss, like one-shot bosses, very quickly.
Tis a strange way to travel, but it is swift.
Actually, so I do need some health, so I'm gonna go down this way and pick up some health.
I should pen a song on Ravenflight.
Okay, we get the stun off, and then now we can quickly kill him. And here we'll pick up some money. And because we're so close to level 8 as well, I think if we just kill one more enemy, we'll get the level 8 top up. We've got stimulant vibes, so rats that attack within your special don't die, and that's exactly what we want.
I have a score to settle.
Alright, so now we're going to go up this way, see if we can pick up a little bit more gold. Okay,
Sweet dreams of horror.
so we've got 3 minutes left. I'm saving the last couple of minutes so that we're strong enough to do the event.
No better inspiration than a fistful of dreams.
But first we do need to get the grimoire. So my thought plan is we spend a little bit of the gold, go down and pick up the grimoire so we can upgrade all of our talents.
It is swift. Careful, birds, or I'll play you a song you'll regret.
And then we'll do the event to finish off.
Calling on the whole choir.
There we go. So you can see like the rats that we've been stacking up deal a ton of damage. And so they allow us to kind of wipe out events really quickly. So now that we've upgraded our last 2 talents, we have 94% more damage. Okay, and you can really feel the damage difference now that we're dealing so much more damage. Okay, great. And now we'll move on to the boss.
Save me from the giant, and I'll reward you well.
Okay, great. So you can see how quickly we took down that Cyclops. Here, I think because we're dealing so much damage, I'm just going to take Water of Life. This is at the end of every cycle. Essentially, we'll get a heal. And then finally, with our last minute, we're just going to pick up all of our upgrades. We've basically kind of just done everything we need to do. The only thing we could do now is get a bit more gold and spend it at the wishing well, but we can't do that with the time that we have left. So perhaps the last thing I'll do is just clean out this particular event. great. So here we have special has an extra charge, or at critical health gain 4 regen. So because I'm lacking regen a little bit, I'm going to take the regen instead. And we'll see how quickly we can take down the boss. Okay, now because the boss has an armor stack, I'm kind of reluctant to use the rats because I've only got 21 rats at the moment as opposed to 32 that I'm supposed to have. So I'm kind of saving up the rats a little bit. I did use my ultimate there to kind of get rid of 2 of the eyeballs. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to activate my ultimate trait. And there we go. So that you can see the rats did so much damage in that last bit. If you enjoyed that run, please drop me a like down below and subscribe to the channel. As always, have an awesome day and bye for now.